Hey, this is March 5th. It's a chest day and front delts. And I started off, I'm up in Fort Nelson at the gym here, and I started off this day working up to heavy ones. My PR heavy one on bench press is 275. So I tried 275 again today, but it didn't go up too bad. But this is me working up to it. I always warm up with the bar, then usually 135. I grabbed it wrong there. I'm not the biggest fan of the bench at this gym. It does have spotter bars, which is really nice going to failure, but it's uneven or like angled. So every time I try to pull off and push, I'm doing starting off with a twist motion. So it's not too bad for the lightweight, like 135 there. Even 225 is not terrible. But when I'm getting to my heavy PR, it's not good. Like I'm that's why I'm not hitting my 275 here, because it just feels different. You know, you start off in a different position. And so here's 275, which I have gotten before, but it just feels weird. And I think the spotter bars are almost giving me a false sense of, yeah, you're good to fail. Whereas when I'm at my gym in PG, there's no spotter bars, so if it lands on me, I gotta either twist it off, or it's a lot more embarrassing. So it's bad to say, but it's like that almost pushes you to be like, ooh, I don't want to look like a loser, so get the fucking weight up. But those were my 275s that failed. This looks like that's 245. So bench, I was doing a bunch of lightweight big reps, and I realized it's not the best for bodybuilding. All I really want from bench is a heavy bench. So I've been doing sets of 1, or like max sets of 4, maybe a set of 8 might go in. Today was sets of 1, then I did 245 for till failure. I think I only got 2. And then here's 225. I think I only got 4, which I thought I got more on this usually. But it just feels like I'm getting worse on bench. I don't know. It's I never feel it in my chest anymore. I tend to feel it in my shoulders. So I'm thinking I'm flaring out too much and got to keep in more. But it's just a matter of like changing your bench, and then you got to go down weight and restart. So it's never the best. But I tried 225 for a couple, and it is funny. This was my max at one point, so now it's moving for 4 pretty good. This is warming up incline dumbbell. These felt awful today, to be honest. This was all in my shoulder. Like, so I'm thinking I'm flaring. Maybe keep it in more. Towards the end of this, I ended up coming in and started feeling a little more in my chest, but I'm talking right after my workout right now, and I still don't really have a great chest bump. That looks like, I think those are the 80s that I worked up to. These guys I'm just doing for like bodybuilding 8 reps purpose right now. So that's 8. So that's an 8 with that. I think I did 2 there. This is the second one. Really trying to slow it down. I know I was throwing weights around in some of the previous videos, but I don't take that back. I think that's part of being there too. Sometimes you got to throw some weight around. Those are looking good. Nice and slow. I think I am going out too far though. Like, I know you're supposed to be a perpendicular or straight up and down. I think this one I come back in a little closer towards my chest rather than flaring my elbows out. And I felt it a little more in my chest, but I think I just wear my shoulders, the front delts out so much that that's what's burning, not my chest. Not ideal for a chest day. Did a shit ton of reps though. Not to say I didn't get any chest pump today. I've had better, you know. I think this is down to the 60s. Here's more of the 60s. Or those might be the 40s now. Well, they're moving pretty good. Those are probably the 40s. See, right there was a big burn in the shoulders. There's the 40s. So that was 60s on the last one. And this was a drop set from 60 to 40. But my shoulders are just burning so much at this point. It's like 4 with the 40s is like just dumb. So that's where I called it. Then I went on to pec deck where I could focus more. Like, this is where I feel the chest the most, you know? A good squeeze. I was at the gym for about 2 hours today. Nice and slow. Trying to warm up the muscle right there. The center of my chest. It's working pretty good on this one. I actually like their pec deck here better than at home in PG because it's like you get a really good tight with that arm hold rather than like sticking your arms out. I find when I stick my arms out straight, I always get shoulders again. Whereas here, it's like you're just squeezing with your chest like really good. These felt good. This was like my first part of the chest day. It was like an hour in. That was like, oh, there's my chest. Like, finally. So I think this is 100 now. Or 10, whatever 10 means on there. I assume it's like they're all 10 pounds. Or they were numbered 1 to 20. So you don't really know the weight. And this might be 200. It's starting to feel like some weight there. Wondering if like I'm kind of falling back. Maybe I should stay. There we go. Nice. That one was feeling good. Yeah, that was 200. And that was 20. This is 23. And this was just a little too heavy. I was trying to get 8. But good squeeze. This one was awesome. Yeah, there we go. Push it out. I've been going to failure quite enough. Going to my mind's failure rather than my body. It's like, oh, I can't do anymore. It's just like I just gotta stop being a pussy. This is the 20 again. I think from here I just did a pretty good drop set. Whereas 20 couldn't go up anymore. Okay, down to 15. And then I did this till failure. Which wasn't much because I'm dead. This is like an hour and 15 into a shit ton of reps. And this is 10. But 10 didn't really feel like much. So I think I gave up there. And then this was kind of just fucking around. My shoulders were burning out again, so I was just trying to, like, just feel chest. Which is ironic. I just said that about how this is in my chest, but that, like, just where that pad hits, squeezing from there rather than holding on, way better activation in my chest. These I'm actually really loving lately. The decline bench press with the barbell. This is just awesome. This is one of my favorite machines here. Or like bench. I kind of forgot how much weight I use. So I put like 25s on there. I was like, holy fuck, that felt light. And I end up getting to like 185. I was trying to get sets of 8. And then I go to like 35s. Like, I was going up way too slow. I was like, what the fuck? This is all feeling good. It's like, oh yeah, I usually do 185. So it's like, I've been doing, what are 25s on a 45? 95 pounds. I wasn't even going over 100. And then I do like this too, 135. So it's like, I did like 24 reps for warm up. And then it's like, oh yeah, I should put some fucking weight on the bar. This was like a fucking long chest day too. Here's 185. And those were like, all those sets were like back to back. So I'm pretty pooped here. But even there, I'm giving up. I felt like I had another one. Here's a fresh set. This one scares me so much to go to failure. Because I have no idea how you get out of this. Fucking wicked core and just sit up with that bar. Hooah! If you could do that, you might as well push it up. I think this was last set of 185. Chest was feeling pretty mid. I tried pumping it out with 135, but I was done. Just, you know, some days you have, like, good ones. Some days you have bad ones, I guess. I made it up and did a lot of cardio and core. Shoulders, right here, I decided, like, I was ready to go after those bench, but I came and did shoulders here. Felt fucking awesome. I was really happy. Like, I think I get up to 155 for 2. I was trying to get heavy sets of 4. So I start off there, 95, 115, 135. 135 for 4 went up, which fucking surprised me. And strict press too, right? Trying not to push. And 155 was like, all right, went up. I think I got 2. Probably could have got 3. I should have kept a bit. And then just gave up. Oh, and I remember this. And then I stayed at the bar. And then I kind of kept one more. That was a good push. Wish I would have done another one. But I'm tweaking at this point. Everyone just left the gym so I could freak out a bit. That was my last set of strict shoulder press, barbell. And then I was doing 10 pounds, but like just slow lateral raises. But they're like front raises. But just slow these guys. Trying to really focus on using my shoulder rather than, I find I use my back when I do these, which is really trying to use my shoulder. So it's only 15 pounds. Moving pretty slow. It actually got a pretty good shoulder pump. It was quick. But not as much break in between. Like, I think I'm at the gym for 2 hours and there's 16 minutes of workout vids here. So it's, well, and then there was 20 minutes of the cardio after. So there's probably about 30 minutes of actually working out. Like, definitely cut that down, but I'm doing a bit of powerlifting as well, and that does take, like, the break is fucking huge, I'm finding. You just jump on your heavy weight right after you just lifted it, and you're not gonna lift it. So you need at least 3 minutes in between. That shit starts to add up. Getting a little forearm pain there. Another part I don't show is in between sets I'm doing like either pull-ups, not as much push-ups on push day, but like sit-ups, some core. Oh, here's some tweaking. So everyone just left the gym and now I'm like freaking out, trying to check myself out. I'm listening to disco on there too. But that was the chest day, so it was pretty good. Okay, bye.